The camp hosts have two super nice dogs. One's really old and one is a puppy and he likes to fetch. And I don't have a flashlight, so they loaned me one. I haven't had a flashlight this entire trip. I don't know if I told you, but I bought one and I get the feeling either it fell out of my backpack at some point or I just never packed it. It's an adventure camping without a flashlight. It's doable. It's rough, but it's doable. I'm gonna go to bed and go to a Christian music festival tomorrow. It's called Joshuafest.
Yeah, our producer, he's done ever since day one. Our very first demo he did for $200, and we did it in 2 days. And his name's Mark Townsend, and he was playing in a band called DC Talk at the time.
Yeah.
And we were just in awe of this guy, and I don't know, he basically took us under his wing from that day in, what was it, 1999 or 98 when we recorded our demo, and he's done most of our albums since then. And now, just because this album we didn't have like a set bass player, and Mark's this huge Beatles nut, and he's just got a great ear for music, great guitar player, great bass player, so we had him play bass on the new record, and so he's actually traveling with us now, and
wow.
Playing the night with us. He's playing like guitar and a little bit of bass here and there. And, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's funny that we've never played a show with them until about a month ago. We did it for the first time, and I think we're just at this point in our lives, in the arc of our career, and whatever you want to call it, where we just don't take ourselves very seriously, and it's more about I think we never took ourselves very seriously before, but it was in a different way. It was like we wanted to come off a certain way.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of wanted to be cool to a certain extent. Although when I look back at pictures of it, I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
That was so awkward. But yeah, I think now with the band being more Matt and I, and then just friends. Like if Mark can come, cool. If he can't, then we'll have our friend Josh play. If he can't, then we'll have someone else play.
The music more so.
Yeah, and it allows us to like just create a very positive environment around the two of us.
Have you guys ever done any other kinds of art, be it like visual or other kinds of writing or pottery on Tuesdays?
Yeah, I took pottery class at the time. I wasn't very good at it. I've been trying to write a book. Just there's these. I don't know if I should even be talking about this, but there's a couple of homeless guys in Nashville that I hang out with every once in a while, and I just kind of like just talk to them and just sit with them in their little spot and just listen, and so I don't know. And then afterwards, I'll just kind of write down some things that we talked about. And I don't know if that's going to materialize into anything at all, but the exercise is fun.
Well, that was pretty awesome. It was just a Q&A with Relient K, basically. I think they were intentionally vague about it in the program because nobody really knew what was going on when we came in there, so there weren't that many of us. It was really cool, just kind of a chat. Matt T told a story about the first time he met Owl City, and they were at Toby McKeon's cabin, and they almost lost one of his canoes, and it was snowing. That was fantastic. They talked a lot about the new album, and it's super interesting to see how other people write songs. Some of the little more obscure ones, Matt actually wrote words to after they'd figure out instrumentals, which now thinking back on them totally makes sense. The album is called Air for Free. I've actually been listening to it a lot this past week and a half. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was kind of adolescent, but listening back to it, I'm actually starting to relate to most of it, especially at this point in my life. It's a really good album, you should check it out. Nobody really asked any very good questions. I guess there were a couple. It was still super nice though. They're really cool guys.
I forgot the words.
Five Iron Frenzy broke up.
I think it was like 13 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And
So long.
and then they didn't break up anymore. They stopped breaking up. But when they broke up, we thought they were serious, and we got kind of sad. And so we wrote a song. Pardon?
They really mean a lot to us.
Yeah, they.
So we thought we'd write a really
Right. I don't know. This lineup tonight is actually pretty cool. The first time we ever met the Switchfoot guys and the Five Iron guys was in Toledo, Ohio. We got to open up for both bands, and that was probably in 1999 or something. And so it's really cool just to have friends that still like us, and to be here with you guys and with them. And this song's called Five Iron Frenzy is Either Dead or Dying. I like talking about songs for longer than the actual duration of the song. So, all right, here we go. We love you guys. Hope you enjoyed your time at Joshuafest. This is a great thing. Dedicated to those stars up in the sky. This one's dedicated to the spark in your eye and the maker that put both of those incredible objects of beauty in place. I want to hear you tonight, Joshuafest. Do you feel alive? Tragedy, I try not to lose what's left of me, but it's
Today is September 6th. I am in a hotel right now in Sacramento, and I'm actually heading home tomorrow. I'm actually going to be flying, and the reason for that, I've refrained from talking about this here because I've wanted this to be fun and entertaining, but I have actually been dealing with depression, particularly since I got back from San Diego a couple weeks ago, but I've always been dealing with it. And I thought that this trip would help somehow, but honestly, I can't say that it has. In all honesty, I think certain parts of it have actually kind of made it worse. I'm not good at talking about myself with anybody, and the few people that I can actually kind of talk to are all at home, and I didn't want to go home. I still kind of don't. In fact, I was really making an effort to be able to sustain myself here because I guess I don't necessarily like it here. It's different, you know. But none of that was panning out, and it took me a really long time to ask for help, longer than it should have, honestly. I was going to drive home this week, but I kind of came to the realization that probably wasn't the best idea to do by myself right now. So I talked to my mom, and she's flying me home tomorrow. And the only reason I'm mentioning it now is because this trip is ending a little abruptly, I feel like. And though I am dreading it a little bit, I know that it's really for the best. I can't really figure out what to do without my important people. So yeah, we're gonna start trying to square that away, and once we get something figured out, I'll probably wind up flying back out and driving my car back. More than likely having someone come with me to do that. And Marlena gets to use my bike while I'm gone. So yeah, it's not gonna take me 32 hours this go around. And one thing I'm very excited about when I get home is, since I've been gone, they got a puppy, and his name is Joey, and I think I'll probably put some footage of him right here.